Hello everyone and welcome to EVE Talk, your weekly look at the market in EVE Online. And first of all, I want to thank Roxas121 for donating some BPOs and BPCs to me. Those blueprints come from a boss bash that his gang did somewhere in Wormhole space. I hear they actually had a pretty good fight. Because the defending guys actually hired some mercs, but they came out on top. And so over here, let me quickly show you guys, he's dropped them off in Amar. 35 blueprints, including some, I think those are copies for the real gun. Nope, yeah, it's actually copies. Then Armageddon blueprints, that's actually pretty good because I'm finishing Amar Battleship 5 on my main. And here we have some smaller BPOs as well. I think I do have large capacitor. Well, actually maybe not. But the Gneiss one is definitely something new. Yeah, a couple more blueprint copies over here. Mobile large warp disruptor blueprints. Definitely don't have that. And a couple Tech 2s here as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Roxas. I'll definitely get those to my main and see how I can best use them. But we are here for the market, and today 125 we are going to start with plex once again. So let's go to the quick bar 30-day 125. Let me write that down as well, and let's have a quick look here. 638 for plex sellers, 623 for buyers. That's sideways, I think, from last week. So let's go for the 1 month chart. As you can see, we're at a 1 year high, not an all-time high. I've seen that posted on Reddit, but there's actually been a point where plexes were 720 million ISK. And here we are flattening off finally at the 640 million. I guess people don't want to go above that just yet. So the big reason is probably the auction for the tournament, the New Eden Open. That increased demand quite a lot, and yeah, that's just meant that we have a very late price spike here for plexes. I mean, this is completely counter to what we had in the previous years. Just look at where the chart is 1 year ago, on its downtrend, and already breaking the 560 million mark last year. We're at 640 now, so yeah, it's completely different, but we just have to wait a little bit longer and see if the correction does come. Unfortunately, I have to say, the FanFest is coming closer as well, so that's also going to be some plex demand, I think, because if I'm not mistaken, last year you could buy tickets to FanFest with plex, so that could actually be dangerous there as well. Now at FanFest we do usually get some sales. There we might finally see a correction, but it could become really delayed because Rubicon 1.1 is going to come out next week. That's going to keep interest in the game, I think, with all the new items and the new battleship as well. Then we'll have FanFests. If you can indeed buy tickets with plex, that's also going to increase demand once again, and it's only after FanFest where we might finally have some sales and a quieter period. But yeah, at that point they'll probably be hyping the summer expansion, and if the summer expansion is something that has to do with space colonization of new territories, well, then we might really be in a real pickle for the plex prices. So yeah, I think a lot of it, I think we might see some very high prices up until FanFest, to be honest, and it's going to be interesting to see what they actually announce there. But very interesting market, and completely counter to what we've seen in the previous years and my expectations. Okay, 420, let's move on to minerals then. Let's have a quick look here. We'll start out with titanium, as we always do. Even on the 1 year chart, you can finally see that it's pulling up. Start the year at almost 6 ISK, it's now at 480, and it is going up. So let's have a quick look at the 1 month chart. For 1 month, from 474 to 486, and it seems to be settling above 480, so that's some pretty damn good news. 481, 484, yep, this is just supply not coming in here. I think demand's pushing it up. 483, 482, and that's okay, it's in another station, because that's actually pretty strange. But look at that, still 2 billion being bought here. On the supply side though, nothing even close to that, 247,000 at 492. So yeah, titanium is going up, and if you look at the supply demand situation, it's going to continue, because supply is not there, demand is pretty bloody high. 4 billion on just these two orders for almost 4.80. You won't see titanium below 480 unless those two get filled. Next up, pyrite. Let's have a look at that. Also a very nice chart. Definitely an uptrend we're seeing here from 1160 to 1320. Is it a similar situation? Let me see. I'm actually seeing some supply coming in, but again here only at 1322. Do we see 200 million of them coming in? Demand here, very recent one. 200 million being bought at 1306, but here we have 560 million. It's a few days old, but almost 13 ISK, so this is definitely putting a floor here. This one big order, let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's actually 2 billion that's being sold on a day, so it's actually looking like this might continue as well. Maybe slow down a little bit, honestly, because the huge supply orders, they're not there in the recent orders, but still 300 million being bought right here. Some supply here as well, but it looks like pyrite might still be going up. Let's have a look at Mixalon. Pretty nice chart as well, 44.5 to 49 ISK. Not bad, I think, close to 10% in 1 month. Let's have a look at supply demand here. Yeah, if how much is that? 150 million is being bought, recent order at 48 ISK. On the sell order side, you are seeing some recent orders, but those are pretty damn small, and then it's only at 49.70 where we see 70 million of them being sold. And you can see the competition coming in here, 48.17, 48.51, 48.52, 30 million, 38 million. There is definitely more demand here than supply at the moment as well. Does this have something to do with nullsec situations where a lot of capitals need to be replaced? It's a strong possibility, I think. Next up, Isogen. Let's have a look at that chart. That one is hesitating a little bit, although right here at the tail end you can see that it's trying to go back towards 127. So here I would say starting the month at 126, ending the month close to 128. It's still up a little bit, not as pronounced as the other ones. If I look at supply demand, you definitely have more demand here, 4 million, 1.6 million, very recent. In competition at the 125 price mark. On the supply side you have to go back to 132. Where 30 million of them come online. That's pretty recent though. If that one had been like a little older, like 1 or 2 days older, you might have a chance for an uptrend because demand would be there but supply not. Unfortunately, this big order is going to mean more sideways movement for Isogen, I think, in the upcoming weeks. Next up, we'll have a look at Noxium. Went up for the month, not bad, I think 695 to 715. But it does seem like it's tapering off here, data point below 705. So yeah, supply competition coming in here at 705 ISK for Noxium means that it's actually slowing down. There's still a little bit more demand, 1 million, 1.4 million than supply at the moment, but competition coming in at 705 does mean that I'm most likely expecting a sideways movement for Noxium. Zydrine up for the month pretty decently as well, below 710 up to 750, and definitely in an uptrend. So are we seeing more supply, more demand than supply? Well, actually here pretty recent order, 4 million of them, which is 1/4, no, maybe a little less than that. 1/6 of a normal day's supply coming in. Still it is at 750 ISK almost, which is right here. So yeah, supply seems to be coming online for Zydrine, I would say, but close to the new price point of just below 750 ISK. Next up we'll have Megasite. Have a look at that chart. That's the only strange one that's going down for the month, from 1620 on the 20-day moving average to 1580, but moving sideways here, definitely at the 1580 price band. So I would expect this to be pretty much pretty much balanced here. And if I look at the recent orders, 200, 170, 300, 300, and here on the buy orders, 300, 360, 619, 100. Yeah, this is a well supplied market that is probably going to continue on its sideways movement. And then finally, I think I forgot Morphite last week. It is a little bit of an outlier. It's been moving sideways mostly, but here going up quite a bit. Let's see if it's actually at 7,600. It's actually approaching that, but I'm already seeing supply coming in here. Look at that, all of these pretty damn recent, 100,000 of them as well. So yeah, this is not going to last. It's going to go right back to a sideways movement, I think. Interesting mineral markets. I feel the high-sec, easy to get minerals are going up substantially. And most of the higher end minerals are actually moving sideways. So the general mineral market is actually up quite a little bit. There must be increased demand, which we're seeing definitely in the low-end minerals, the high-sec ones. So this could definitely be buying to replace some capital ships from null-sec. This is putting me at 1120, and we'll have a look at Tech 1 chips. If it would be Tech 1 chips that are getting replaced, some popular ones would know an increase, but I'm seeing sideways for the Drake here at 45, which has been doing for quite a while. The Maelstrom has gone up though from 170 up to 180. Look at that, 192 on the data price here, 200 million. Yeah, it could actually be that battleships need to be replaced for some null-sec alliances, and that this is increasing the price. But the Maelstrom one is a pretty damn big movement, more than 200 million. That's not something we've seen in quite a while. Let's go for the 1-year chart here. Yeah, it's actually, it knew a spike like this. Let's see, what would that be? At the end of November, I would say. But other than that, this is from August that we've not seen Maelstroms this high. More than 200 million. No, actually, 200 million. That's right here. That's almost pre-decline levels, pre-summer levels. Pretty interesting on what's going on with the Maelstrom market. And it's actually a pretty huge jump if you look at the 1-month chart here as well. So supply must have been drying up completely due to all the demand that was coming in. It looks like it's more stable now, so I do suspect that it might correct just a little bit, but still overall it's going to be an increase in price, and we can expect the new normal price for Maelstroms to be between 185 and 203 million, which is actually a serious movement. If you're a Maelstrom producer, I think you're looking at some very nice margins at the moment. Let's have a look at a smaller ship here, the Omen. Up significantly as well, from 9 to 10.04 million, yeah, which is where the new sell orders come in, and supply does seem to be following suit. A lot of competition here. Look at that, almost the entire page here are recent orders, 10, 11, 10, 10 again. So yeah, this is going to slowly push up the price. It's not as sudden and as big as with the Maelstrom, but Omen up as well. Let's have a look at the Rock here. It's not as pronounced here again, but from 180 to 186, up a little bit. So yeah, 189 actually. That's pretty high here again. So somehow all the supply is getting bought up. That's what I'm feeling here at the moment for a lot of these battleships, and the demand is just there. Even on sell order side of things, they just get bought up, I feel. Because 189 is very high, a serious jump here again on the chart, and so this is moving the price of Tech 1 battleships up quite a lot. Let's have a look at the Talos. That one is moving sideways a little bit more, so it's really in the battleship market. So I'm going to check a few more of these. Let's have a look at maybe the Dominics, what that one's been doing. Whoa, look at that as well, up quite significantly from 172 to 183. Hyperion, not so much, but still 194, 202, not bad. Megatron up again. Look at that, the entire Tech 1 battleship market. Even the Typhoon, look at that, 146 to 157, not a bad movement. Let's have a look at the Raven. A little less from a PvE ship, the Rock, we saw that already. The Scorpion, That's not bad. Look at that 20-day moving average going from below 132 moving to 135. Oh, it's actually not that much for the Scorpion, to be honest. It's a pretty small margin. Abaddon up as well. Apocalypse up a little bit, not that much. And Armageddon, yeah, up as well, although it looks like that's over now. More of a sideways movement in the last few weeks. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. It looks like the increase in price in minerals is just more demand right there, but it has already had its effect on the Tech 1 battleships, which of course require a lot of those low-end minerals like titanium and mexalon, and so this has been driving up the price. Something must have happened demand side as well, because this jump from the Maelstrom is just unnatural. The entire market must have been bought up, jumping the price very high all of a sudden, but this could be sustained if the minerals continue to go up as well. So next up we're at, let's say, 16 minutes. We'll have a look at a few Tech 2 ships for trade opportunities, but really a lot of action in the Tech 1 stuff. So Absolution, nope. Astarte, no big movement here. Claymore down as well. That's a little bit surprising, you know. Damnation sideways here again. EOS, that will probably be down because it's been correcting back to 285. Look at that EOS chart coming from 340 and now it's already back to 280. That one is correcting quite significantly. Another 1 month chart. Let's see the Guardian here. The Guardian is actually going up. So what I'm actually suspecting, Nighthawk going down here again, Sleipnir sideways I would say, and then the Vulture also down for the month. This is a lot of new players coming in to the game. I think that's definitely a possibility as well. If I look at both the Tech 1 and the Tech 2 markets, you're looking at probably a buying opportunity in some of these, like the Astarte 218 going down. So a quick look at a 1 year chart. Yeah, it's actually been correcting quite nicely. It might just be too early, but to me what this indicates is we have a lot of demand for the early game stuff for Tech 1 ships, Tech 1 battleship, minerals as well. So this could be a lot of new players coming into the game, getting into the battleships for the first time, getting into some of those cruisers for the first time as well. And so there is a lot of demands for producing these ships and flying them and losing them in NOSEC, stuff like that, because of the big battles. But this also means that the demand for Tech 2 stuff might just be declining now, because the whole focus is on getting the new players into ships, into new fleets, and so that means that a lot of Alliance members that could fly Tech 2 stuff are also joining them in similar fleets, I think, just out there for fun and for losing them, and that this means that the Tech 2 market is actually generally going down, and this could be a buying opportunity if you keep a close eye on it. I think I wouldn't want to go for any real trade activity here. It feels to me like the Tech 2 market is actually on a general downtrend a little bit, just because the Tech 1 market is overtaking all of the demand. And yeah, it's just keep an eye on it, maybe slowly start investing some money for longer term in this, but I would not be actively trading any of these ships, except maybe the Guardian, which is normal. You know, a Guardian is something pretty good to keep some battleships alive on some of those roams or stuff like that. Let's go to the Tech 3 market then. 1840 for Tech 3 ships. Legion did pretty well to go from 142 to 150 almost, but now it's pretty much sideways. 169 supply coming in at 150. Yeah, you're not seeing any buy orders of that order, so it's going to, if demand picks up, it's just going to go back down. If not, it's not going to break 150 in a long time until an order like this is completely bought out. So yeah, it did pretty well actually in the last 2 weeks, but here comes the supply right away after it broke 150, so a lot of people are pouncing on any opportunity. The Loki tried as well. It's already correcting right back to 142, so this is definitely a lot of supply coming in here. Pretty recent. All of this is recent. Look at that, a lot of competition even at the 144 million mark for the Loki. Supply is just way more than demand. Proteus, same thing. 2 weeks ago it tried to go up to 158, now it's corrected right back to 144. 33, 18, 82, all of these pretty recent. Just way too much supply in the market here at the moment. Again, Tengu, look at that, 54, extremely recent order, in competition at 144 million. So yeah, the Tengu is also correcting back after a very short-lived spurt to 156. Tech tree market still way oversupplied. That's really all I can say about that. We'll have a quick look at the melted nano ribbons, what that one has actually been doing, maybe a little longer. Yeah, also going down quite a bit. I feel that there's so much oversupply that there's actually people holding back on a lot of this. And so melted nano ribbons are actually moving pretty much sideways here at the moment. Obviously on the production side there are no real problems. People can pump out a lot of tech tree chips, so they can probably use those melted nano ribbons in the production cycle there as well. So demand for the intermediary products might be okay, and we might see a sideways movement on that, but for the chips themselves there's just way too much supply at the moment. And then finally, putting me at around 21 minutes, I'm going to look at something different today. I think I might want to do that once in a while. I'm going to have a look at some of the Tech 1 rigs. Maybe just to get a feel of that market, see if anything pops out. Maybe I'll start with some like large armor rigs. I don't know too much about this product. I know a lot of people stick to Tech 1 stuff, so let's have a quick look maybe at the auxiliary nano pump. Yep, definitely going up here. Look at that, from 13.5 up to 16 million. Let's have a look at the accelerator, also up as well, and this is for the large ones. So this is probably in conjunction with the increased price and demand for Tech 1 battleships. Here is the reaction to the rigs. I do think that this shows, look at that again, going up to 40 million. What the hell is that for a price range? Yeah, completely no supply for the demand that's coming in here. So a lot of these large rigs, especially the armor ones, do seem to have moved significantly with what the battleships have been doing. Let's maybe have a look at engineering large as well. You know, these are the pretty much the normal ones. Ooh, that's actually been going down in the last month, but capacitor control circuits sideways. Okay, pretty interesting. Not something that I would have expected, but most of these engineering rigs seem to be on a sideways movement, so they're decently supplied, and that hasn't moved so much. It was really in the armor rigs. Let's see if the shield rigs have anything to say about that. Shield rigs large, let's have a quick look here. That's up significantly, right? 320 to 480. Screen reinforcement is sideways. Thermal screen reinforcements up quite a bit. That one is down, surprisingly. Up again. Large core defense economizer. Is that a general purpose one? To reduce the power need of all shield upgrades. Yeah, that's a general purpose one. That one is up. Shield extender sideways. That's a little bit surprising. That one sideways as well, and this one is sideways too. So yeah, a little bit strange, but I guess armor battleships are in vogue or something like that, because those armor rigs have definitely known a significant jump all of a sudden. Anything else I could check? Maybe, yeah, the hybrid weapon rigs for the large ones again. Have those gone up? No, mostly sideways to down. Yeah, up a little bit for the discharge ones, but overall this is, well, actually, well, that's Tech 2, so that's maybe not the best idea. So I would have thought maybe this could be an indication of what type of ships has really become extremely popular, but no, that doesn't move too much. So yeah, those large armor rigs, at least the general purpose ones, like this one, nano pump, nanobot accelerator, yeah, pretty big movement on that. Even the remote repair and the Trimark also up decently good for the entire month. Pretty interesting. I think this is a response to the increased prices of a lot of the Tech 1 battleships, to be honest. And for some reason, yeah, armor rigs are very popular at the moment. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for this Eve Talk, guys. Ending up with a quick look at the rig market. I might need to just do a little bit more research before I choose another topic, because I have no real idea of what's going on in them. I think I'll try and do that, you know, just do the general Eve talk, then pick one thing that will change everything every single week. Maybe try and do a little bit of research or some background on what might have been happening in that in those shifting topics that I will try and introduce into Eve Talk. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, hope you liked it, and I'll see you all next time.